What's up, guys? Vince Casas here. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about setting up your Luna, getting Luna installed. It's a little bit of a process, I gotta be honest. I mean, it did take, an evening, probably realistically round trip about an hour and a half of just kind of getting through all of the elements that need to be synced, but it really could go faster if you have your stuff ready. So let's talk about some things that have to happen. First of all, go to Universal Audio's website. You'll see the Luna tab. You can do the download. There's an option for downloading and then updating your Universal Audio software as well. You need to have the latest version of the console and the software for your system, but you also, in doing that, will also need to update whatever UAD hardware device you have. So like I have the Apollo Twin. I had to do the upgrade for firmware. So first of all, I jumped in, loaded Luna, and immediately it began to ask for things like the update. It needed the update for the Universal Apollo software itself. So you're going to do that update. Once that update is done and you fire everything up, immediately it senses that you need a firmware update. So then it's going to ask for a firmware update. So far we have to install Luna, update the UAD software. Then we're going to update the firmware on the actual hardware device. And then the last piece that really kind of took more of a process, just getting through, remembering passwords, things like that, was actually going into the iLock account. So you actually need to log into your iLock account. You need to make sure that your iLock license manager is updated. Once that update's done and it's ready to go, you can log into it. Then you're going to go to Luna. In the opening page of Luna, it's going to ask for your iLock license. You're going to tell it what your iLock license access is, and then it's going to immediately deposit the license into your iLock account. So you can go back into your iLock manager. You'll see the license there. You actually get 2 computer licenses for it, or 2 actual licenses that you can place different places for it. So you could have it on 2 computers. And then you have to then activate in the iLock manager. You have to activate that license to an iLock. And then once you dump that to an iLock, then you're free to actually go in and log into Luna. The last step in Luna when you get in there is you actually have to then use your UAD login, so your Universal Audio login, one more time for it to complete that process, get it ready together. It's going to scan for your plugins. It's going to do all that stuff, and then you're in. Then from there, it literally is just a matter of a learning curve of just getting through all the software items that need to be updated, or whatever elements that you need to just plug through so that you're able to just open it up every time and be ready to go. With that in mind, kind of setting up all of your I/O and all that is just it's a form and function of things that we normally do as professionals in the audio industry. So there are just a few steps you have to go through there. But what I've included though is at the tail end of this video, you're going to see my actual working through my process of getting this thing installed yesterday. It was a little bit of process. I consolidated it down to maybe 12 minutes or something like that. Just each stage away you can kind of see what's happening and how to work it. So good luck out there. Hopefully you guys have fun. This thing is awesome. I'm in day 2, so today I'll actually hopefully get to do some tracking this evening and kind of work through some things and just kind of see how fluid it is. If it's something that's great and functional and creative, then that's something I definitely want to use. Additionally, subscribe to my channel. I'm right here at Vince Casas on YouTube. I have tons of Pro Tools tutorials and other audio tutorials. Sometimes I even talk about music business and things like that. But check it out. I'm a music maker, and I do a lot of it out of my house. So I think there's a lot of conversations about doing that. But I also produce and work in larger format studios, and kind of bringing those into the realms of reality and how we use them in the modern day is a big topic of conversation in there. So if you get a chance, subscribe, check it out, and take some time, poke around, see what you like. Talk to you soon. What's up, guys? I cannot believe it. I literally just checked my email and I see that Universal Audio has released their Luna platform, which is going to be amazing. They say it's not really a DAW, it's something more unique, which I'm super excited about. I want to be able to do some kind of really retro kind of stuff anyway, and try some modern things and see what we can do. I'm literally, I was sitting here working in Pro Tools. I'm literally going to go download it now, see what it's like, unbox it, kind of show it to you. What's crazy is today was not even a planned day to shoot and record any video. So I'm all coronavirus out with no shower or anything. I'm barely even wearing pants. It's that kind of day, but I was so excited when I saw the email. I literally ran down to my space to jump in and just download it. So let's go. We are very excited about this. I mean, I am, should I say. Who am I kidding? I am, right? Where's my download button? Luna. All right, let's jump into Luna. Download now, forget the trailer. Wait, I'm confused. Why would I need UAD? So Luna requires UAD software version 9.11.1 released on 4/7/2020 and a Thunderbolt UA, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, then we're going to have to do both. So here we go. It's going to take 10 minutes. Okay, we're back. So, yeah, all right. So I went and fed a baby. And obviously, this download got down here faster than that process took. And let's see how long. So we're just going to unzip this real quick, get this bad boy into the system. My questions are particularly going to be about the collaboration between the OS and the new software and the firmware for the Twin, because I actually upgraded the firmware for one of my other computer systems, and then on this one I left it as it is. So I've been using it just as is, so we'll just kind of see what's going on here. Right now this system's loading. Sorry about the hat, but the hair was just driving me bonkers. Let's just see how far we get. Okay, so we gotta first, it looks like we gotta do our install for version 9 point whatever. It actually should have come down with the package. That's what I don't understand. It looked like, oh my goodness. Let's see what this said. Oh, it was in there. Yeah, it's already in here. Let's stop this puppy. I did not realize it was already in there. Let's get this thing rolling. I mean, the only thing, I'll be honest, one thing, like, I love my system. That's kind of one of the biggest things I was concerned about when I brought this in. Like, what does my file space locally look like? Right now it's telling me I need 1.19 gigs of space to do the UAD software upgrade. All right, so, we're going to have to take a moment and work some of that out. Yeah, as expected, so far, the only thing it's asked so far is we're going to do a firmware update. So we're going to load a quick firmware update to the Apollo Twin. Hopefully that works out just great. This might be one of those stopping points where you're pulling out your hair and this just does not happen. The biggest thing for me is, between Pro Tools and Reason, I'm also running DaVinci, which is a super important part of my daily routine. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot else that I'm super worried about, but I mean, most engineers have, their plugins and all that kind of stuff. I have a great system of workflow process that's been great. And I feel like sometimes when things move around or things happen, things change, some stuff gets lost in the mix. I'm hoping that we don't have to go back and use a time machine and get back any from where we were before. But here we go. So we're going to do our power down, cycle back up. This should run just fine. Sorry, this is, there we go. All right, so we finally downloaded Luna. It took a little while. We had to do a reboot. I had to walk away, do some things with the kids. We're back now. Let's launch it. Let's take a look. I'm really excited to see what it has to offer. Hopefully there aren't any major drawbacks at the beginning on the onset, but here goes this puppy rolling in. Oh, okay, so now we're going to end up going to the iLock License Manager, doing an update there. Let's get that going. The way I did that was I did it directly from the iLock License Manager itself to check for an update. So you may want to either visit the iLock website or do it from the iLock Manager. Immediately, my iLock Manager was slow. I'm really hoping that they're not having a server issue like it was stating, because if they are, then we're going to really have a hard time making this thing happen at all today. Let's go take a look. We got it. So it looks like what you're going to have to do is link your actual iLock ID. So we're going to link the ID, do the iLock authorization. Ooh. This is always where it gets sticky. So the big thing here is so far we had to go in and we had to download, and the great part about the package is you can get Luna plus the update for the console or the actual UAD software together at the same time. The only issue is you need your password for both the Universal Audio. You need to go update your iLock License Manager next from there, and then you need your password for your iLock Manager. Then you're going to need to link the two together, which is what it's doing right now. From there, for whatever reason, now it's saying it didn't work. So let's see what the deal is. I mean, it could have just been as simple as my password. So cool. So the good news is looking at this on the iLock License Manager, it's telling me I have 2 activations for the Luna system, which is great because I run a laptop. You know, that's the kind of stuff we want to be able to do, jump between different things. I now have to actually send that activation to my iLock, which of course is a painful process that most people have to kind of like navigate through. It's a little unnerving at first, but as long as it processes through, we should be able to go back to Luna, open Luna up, and all of a sudden we're in. Truly round trip, even with me feeding a baby, running around, that was no more than an hour, as long as it lets me in, and then we can finally start doing the creative process, having fun with it, and enjoying the exciting elements that are supposed to be in there. Now, obviously, there's going to be some learning curves, so I'll be probably pulling out my hair. My plan truly isn't to give up Pro Tools. I don't think I ever will. I love it as it's such a fast edit engine. It's such a great mix engine to work in. I'm already using the UAD stuff in it, along with Waves and all the other fun VST stuff. So I think that's not part of the plan. I think for me, it's like let's use a new platform for creativity for the actual recordings, for getting some of the vibe. I think is really in the sound, and then take that, dump it into Pro Tools, and do what we normally do in the process. So the question to me isn't a matter of like I don't really have to immediately learn all the heavy editing in the process, but yeah, we need to understand things like takes. We need to understand things like with setting up the playlists and stuff, and setting up groups and things that immediately affect us when we're doing the recording process. Also, immediately we're in. You can see that the window pane here is showing us this create, discover, manage, and settings. You can log out if you need to there. And we can set up a new session. We can set up tempo. We can tap tempo. Then we can set up for location. This looks like essentially we could either create or we could load, which is from disk option just means we're going to load some stuff. The great part about this is I've never seen this. So when I'm looking at this, I'm going, oh, it makes total sense. There's tutorials. There's more about Luna information. There's stuff that's going on in the background. So this is going to be my Luna Day 1 test. Oops, sorry, if I can get in there. So this will be my Luna Day 1. Let's just call it Day 1. Start from AAF. It looks like it's telling me... That looks like it's trying to say... I mean, I actually don't know, but it looks like it's really just trying to suggest if I want to bring in some sort of template. Let's go to the locations here. I'm just going to drop this on my drive. I already set up a Luna video drive. Actually, let's just end this for now, for testing's sake. Let's do Luna Sessions, if they even call it that in this. So Luna Sessions, and go and create. And here we are. Okay, well, first of all, I already love it. I already love the layout. For some of the things about the layout that I really enjoy, that I really like, I mean, immediately are just some of the easy access things that are visible. You can see so many things in terms of the way that you're familiar with Pro Tools and stuff like that, and adjustments to the the click and BPM. It always makes me nervous though when I see a click attached to or associated with a decibel level, because then I'm going, okay, what key do I have to hit to change my click options? I can see that I can activate it, and that's cool, but I mean, immediately it's like I need a pretty solid wood block. How do we do that? So maybe that's something we need to look at. But I do love this. So like, I don't even know if I get no zoom access on my slate at the moment, which sucks because I love that part about the slate. We could still do it here, but I don't necessarily like having to do it there because it's a little jagged. But immediately we could say create new tracks, format type. This looks like our main. We need to jump in and so let's just say I go in and I want to do an audio track. There's my audio track. You can call it whatever. Obviously we're going to start with calling this Vox, and then we can set it up. There's some really cool stuff that looks like it's right here. Immediately we have to denote where it's coming in from. We're going to make adjustments to the things that are going in with it. So literally all I'm going to do, because I have a life, so I'm literally, after this, I got to go join the family and do whatever we're doing over there. So I'm just going to hot swap that over there, set up my preamp on channel 1, check 1, 2, as long as I'm getting feed there. Let's record enable. So immediately I'm seeing feed going on over here, which is great. And then we can, turn that up or whatever. I don't have the Unison preamp on it right now. And you can see that there's record effects. I'm already going to love this tape option, so let's just see what we can do. I don't have the Studer. I do have the Oxide. Apply current to selected. Sure. Did it dump in? Oh, it did dump in. Okay. So it's here. I see it. Why? What do we... Now my question is tape is there. Tape is there. That's great. Okay. So we got tape. But tape, where do we access your actual effects view? Because I want to see you. Oh yeah, okay, so I can see some presets, and that's all cool, but where's my actual oxide? I can see my machine settings here. Oh, okay, well, we'll have to check that out and see what happens. Of course, the most important thing that I want to see is let's go ahead and record enable, and let's go with the tracking. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, and let's roll back, because again, we're trying to check out and see what's going on here. So my monitor path, record enable, and let's go with the tracking. Let's get rid of this. All right, sorry, so I'll push this on this level here. Record enable. Okay, but again, going back to the tape, I'm wondering, to me, one of the biggest issues that I'm already seeing here, and I'm trying to, I definitely want to figure out what the solution is okay, so I drop tape on. Do I get to, you know, outside of just double clicking it here, I can see the machine info here. I can see the, you know, I can see my options here. Oh, I get it. So it's I'm using literally like a one knob on or off. Oh, okay. Well, that's beautiful. Let's do that again. And then of course my immediate question is, how do we get, like, let's get some takes. I'm obviously going to have to work with this in terms of figure out how do we get new takes out, but let's just roll a new path. So we mute that. Okay, now, okay, so good. Oxide's running. We can actually set up saturation, although we don't see anything. Is it supposed to be feeding? Hey. Ooh, is it only in the post, I guess is the question. Woo! And then let's run it towards the end there. The question. Woo! The question. Woo! The question. Woo! Okay, so immediately I'm perplexed. Okay, so we have inserts, we got sends, we got our cues, got our main outs. But going back to the oxide, because this is probably one of the biggest things that I'm excited about. I see the presets there. I see the device is active. The question. Woo! I guess the question is, should I be seeing meters move? And already my system's starting to get, I can see it in the DSP. The question. Woo! Hold on, let's see. Is there any information? Now okay, so big thing here is immediately I am running at 88.2 because I want to be able to work at the levels that I'm, you know, used to, but that's where my biggest questions and concerns are going. It's like, you know, what kind of stuff do we have to set up? You know, do we navigate everything here? Do we do it, you know, anything back in the console where we used to? So I'm assuming we're gonna do a lot of our stuff here. You can see delay compensation, all that kind of stuff. It's supposed to be, I mean, the system's supposed to be near zero latency. So the biggest question there is why did I immediately, like, I started rolling this. Ooh, is it only in the post, I guess is the question. Almost immediately I ran into a DSP issue, and so the question is okay, so what's the deal there? Because that's going to be a major factor for me. You know, what does that look like? What does it feel like? So my goal is to later on today drop some drums in, drop some drum files, not actually track any, but I do want to track some, maybe track some guitar, kind of see what that's like. I mean, because I want to be able to get the warm fuzzies about this kind of like analog vibe, you know, using the tape, all that kind of stuff. But my limitation is I'm running off of an Apollo Twin, but it's a solo DSP chip. I don't really, you know, I didn't have money to do much else other than that for the system that I'm running, and so, you know, it's just a matter of, do I need to go get more DSP power? You know, do I need to get a satellite to be able to run this effectively? So those are big questions. And you know, I mean, this thing looks beautiful. And I mean, I can see as I scroll down on the channel strip here, just so many cool things that are immediately available. And you can see recording effects. So like anything we want to do in the process of recording is available here up front. You know, and then anything we want to do on the back end, you can drop in as an insert. But kind of going back to my original statement there, it's like as soon as I go do that, let's just say, because I'm a huge, and I know a lot of people are, I want my LA2A, so let's bring my LA2A on. What's my DSP looking like as I'm running that?
Ooh, is it only in the post, I guess is the question?
And so there's my...
Ooh, is it only in the post, I guess is the question?
Well, I'm sorry. And then right now I'm running it as a record effect. So my question now is yeah. And first of all, I love that. Obviously, that's a little too much. Yeah. I love the fact that I'm be able to run that live, because then I can dump it in the post if I choose to do so. But it really just comes down to like what is the, where is the stopping point? When do I hit a wall where I can't really do much else because of the DSP elements? And so like if we jump in and add, I'm trying to remember what I have. I have the Pultec. So we drop the Pultec Legacy. I'm sorry, we'll do it here. And then we'll bring the LA2A back in.
Ooh.
Run. Interesting. Okay. So then I am really interested in what's going on here, because as I'm running these, my DSP count is very minimally changing compared to the way that it normally does in the DAW. So like that is something that will be beneficial if we can kind of work that out on the front end. But it's obviously going to hit a choke point. But I already love the visuals that I'm seeing, the workflow that I'm seeing. That all looks great. I'm a little, not sure like why I'm not sure why I'm not seeing anything running here, either in the pre or in the post. Is it metering on the aux side? I'm not sure if I'm actually supposed to be doing something differently, but I'm going to find out. So we'll discover some things. We'll try some things. We'll see what we like. I'm excited about Luna. This is going to be cool. So the next few days are going to be very exciting, just trying some new things. I would say after the end of a couple weeks, if I'm not actually able to gain ground on creativity, that's where we're going to package it away, and go back to Pro Tools or doing other things, other creative engines like Logic or things like that. So we'll see. We'll check it out. Stay tuned.